Hi, I'm back. Yes, I know this is a little bit of I went on a little bit of a hiatus, all right, because I got my studio taken away from me for a little bit, and I had to improvise and move to my living room. So the lighting kind of sucks ass, kind of a lot, but it's like, we're just gonna have to make do. Maybe I can make it look cool. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But I took the mic off the stand. Well, actually, first it was an accident, and because it fell off when I was fixing it, and then I was like, you know what? I can just record because it doesn't affect the audio if it's off the stand. So I'm like, why don't I just fucking hold it? There we go. Now I'm holding the mic. So this a lot of things are different actually. I got some YouTube on the TV. I have no laptop. I wrote no notes for this. I kind of just winged it because it's just been a busy ass week, and I haven't recorded it in a long time. So I just figured, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking do this. I'm just gonna wing it. The NFL it's been a crazy last 2 weeks in the NFL. Unfortunately for me, I've lost all purpose in living because for last time you saw me, the Niners were 3-0. We were 3-0, and we had Fred Warner healthy on the field playing football. And now we've lost 2 games, and Fred Warner is out for the year. So that's good. That's where I'm at right now with my life. I've had better days. Listen, I've had better days. But that's just the NFL, I guess, man. I don't know. I really thought that this year we were something special. I thought we had something different about us. I thought we were built for something like the Super Bowl this year. But that's looking like it's going to have to take a year off again and going to come back next year. You know what's crazy? I really thought in the beginning, like at week 1, I was like, I don't know what to think of this team. Like, I don't know how good we are. Like, I really don't. I have lower expectations. But looking back, we're 4-2 now with everything that's happened. We were one of the best rosters in the league, hands down. Even without Ayuk, we were probably top 5 rosters easily, Super Bowl contender easily. And it just never, I think, you lose Greenlaw, Hufanga, Charvarius Ward, and it's like, we're going to see what's different. Hargrave, Debo, Ayuk, and it's like everything is different. But we were like we were good as anybody. Because looking back at it now, it's like if we're 4-2 now, imagine how good we can be if nobody got hurt for the year. So that sucks. And if Purdy wasn't hurt, I mean, even though Mac Jones has been balling, holy shit. Seeing Mac Jones play this good is like something I never thought I'd see in my life. And it's crazy that people were saying Shanahan wanted him, and then they were like just rumors, and now he's with us and he's playing really good. He's playing the best ball of his career easily. My God. We witnessed the Unk Bowl. That was the best QB matchup of the season, probably. I mean, they were going blow for blow. Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers were going blow for blow on primetime Thursday Night Football. Al Michaels was announcing it. I was saying to myself, I will never see this again. Rodgers and Flacco, 2 QBs from my childhood that I adored, and Al Michaels, a legendary commentator, old as shit, probably doesn't have that many years announcing left in him. I don't know. Maybe he can go till he's like 85. He's like 77 right now, 78. That was just some nostalgia. I felt nostalgia. I was like Flacco and Rodgers in prime time and Al Michaels. Doesn't get much more 2000s than that, or 2010s than that. Colts, Chargers, Patriots, and Steelers are all in first place in their respective divisions. What fucking decade are we in? What decade? Is it the 2010s? I feel like I'm watching Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and Rivers and Big Ben go at it. This is just, but I like this though. I've been waiting for something to shake up the league. It's interesting now. It's not the Chiefs. It's not the Bills. It's the Colts and the Patriots. It's finally something fucking different. We're going to start with the Rams-Jaguars game. Fuck it. They're playing in London or France or wherever the fuck. I don't know. They're playing internationally, and it's a 9:30 game here on the East Coast. So I know a lot of people were very high on the Rams, and they've taken some tough losses this season. Some very, very close ones, probably ones that they could have easily won. Like they could easily be 5-0. I mean 6-0 right now, but they're not. 4-2 is still really good. That whole NFC West, besides Arizona, Arizona's dog shit. Sorry, my dogs are running around right now. I don't know if you can hear them, but listen, the Rams do a lot of great things. Like McVay and Stafford, best QB coach duo probably in the league. Like one of easily the best. I would say, obviously Mahomes, Reed up there. There's a lot. Hello. Do you want to say something? All right, she's scared of the mic. Ruby's not fond of the mic. What a fucking bitch. All right, so listen, I think McVay and Stafford, they are gonna. It's only the Rams are only gonna go as far as they take them. The thing with the Rams it's been little things. It's been blowing leads. It's been not finishing games. So that's the thing that's holding them back right now. But if they were able to finish a lot of like the 2 games that they lost, we'd be talking about them like they're the best team in the league. So I like the Rams, but unfortunately, like those mistakes will cost you those games, and then you're not looked at as one of the best teams in the league. I mean, you are still, but you're not looked at as the best. Jacksonville, when they get ETN going, they're dangerous. Travis Hunter has yet to be involved significantly, but that's saying that they're saying it's going to change. They're saying that they want him to become the top target soon. So maybe this is his breakout game, man. I don't know, but this is what I'm saying. The thing with Jacksonville is like, if they can get their top guys going and they just haven't yet for whatever reason, like Travis Hunter, Brian Thomas, they both have not had like a breakout game where they're going for like 8 catches and like 120 receiving yards and like a touchdown or 2. It hasn't really happened. So that's the thing about Jacksonville is like they're not really getting the most out of their guys, and they're still putting good things out there on Sunday. And like they're winning games, obviously, which is something that they were not able to do last year. If Jacksonville gets Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter going this game, I think that they beat the Rams, honestly. I think they do. I think because that's the thing. It's like teams like that are scary. Like you haven't seen the best of them and they're still winning. It's like I think you really got to like them in the AFC because it doesn't guarantee wins that like your 2 top receivers get going. It doesn't guarantee that you'll be better. Like it doesn't guarantee that you'll win games. It guarantees that your offense will probably be putting up more points. But I really hope the Jags win. But who the fuck knows, man? Eagles, Vikings. When I think about Eagles, Vikings, all I think about is the 2017 NFC Championship game when the Vikings went down the field and scored the first fucking play. I mean, the first drive. They were coming off the Minnesota Miracle, the Minneapolis Miracle. They went into the link and right down the field, no questions asked. Kyle Rudolph touchdown. I remember this clear as day. And then they got blown the fuck out, like 38-7. They didn't score another point the whole game. And it was like, what the fuck was that for? Like, what you're gonna go out there, you're gonna score an opening drive touchdown, and you're just gonna quit. You're just gonna fucking sit down and play with your yo-yos all game, and you're done, like just like that. I didn't fuck with that. Case Keenum, the fuck. No, I'm kidding. Eagles were fucking very good that year. They were very, very good. It was so weird too because they were so similar in like the Super Bowl teams from the last 3 years that the Eagles had. It was very similar to that one, just different quarterback play, but they were built the same in a lot of ways. Like Alshon Jeffrey and AJ Brown, very similar. Devontae Smith and Torrey Smith, very similar. LeGarrette Blount, obviously not Saquon, but good offensive line, good defensive line. Yeah, they had a lot of like similarities, but yeah, that team is nowhere near the Vikings team from that year is nowhere near the same. If they can get Saquon on the ground going like over 100, I think they win. No question. Patriots and Titans. Mike Vrabel heading back to Tennessee for the first time. Drake May is playing one of the best. He's playing like a top 5 quarterback. I mean, let's just call it like it is. Drake May's balling, and he's doing that with probably the worst running back room I think I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm not even joking when I say this. Like, watching the Patriots try and run the ball is like, you ever see that movie, the Poughkeepsie Tapes, where like the guy comes up with his scissor hands and like fingers the girl's neck and like puts the scissors into her neck and she bleeds out and dies on screen? Like, that's sick. I would rather watch that. It's like watching that basically. That's what it feels like. Like, I'd rather watch that than watch Ramondre Stevenson fumble the ball like 6 times a game. Like, I don't want to see that. The guy can't gain more than a yard on a play. It's atrocious. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I want to gouge my eyes out. And it's like, You would think that Antonio Gibson goes down. Ramondre sucks, bro. He sucks. He's so bad right now. And Travion Henderson still cannot get the ball. I was talking about this 3 weeks ago. I've been talking about this since week 2. It's like, okay, Travion, his time's coming. Nope. Yeah, Drake May's playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Titans are not good. Cakewalk for New England shouldn't be a problem. Panthers and Jets. Listen, the Carolina Panthers, they got something with whatever the fuck they're doing. I really don't know what their identity is, but Bryce Young is playing some pretty good ball. I mean, he's easily playing the best ball of his career. Shout out to Dave Canales for not panicking. Your job was at stake there for a little bit, but bouncing back with the comeback win against Miami. I mean, they shut out Atlanta. They quite literally did not. I mean, they walked them down on a leash. It was bad. I mean, they just beat the Bills, so the Falcons. So Carolina beating Dallas, a good offense, coming back against Miami. They're a pretty good team. Carolina's not, and for the division too, they're not dead. They're not dead for the playoffs, and they're certainly not dead for that division. If they can soundly beat the Jets, and they should, I think that you're looking at a pretty good team that's red hot. Chuba Hubbard is coming back, but I can't imagine being Dave Canales and being like, yeah, we're just not going to put Rico in. Like, no way. Like, they're splitting carries. Like, I would not be surprised if Rico out-snaps Chuba Hubbard too. I mean, it's his first game back, but just in general, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens, throughout the season. So going forward, Panthers should easily take this. Dolphins and Browns, I mean, I don't even want to talk about this game, and I'm not gonna. The only thing that is remotely interesting about this is that it's gonna be probably the windiest game of all time. Like, I'm not even joking when I say that. It's gonna be the windiest game in NFL history, and I'm here for that. I'm here to see Tua look worse than he already does. I'm playing. Tua's not that bad, but Dylan Gabriel might throw for negative yards. He might look like Justin Fields this game because that wins against, a rookie QB, two defenses that I don't think are going to let up anything. I think it's going to be like very, very boring, but also so boring that it's entertaining. The final score of this game is going to be like 7-6. Like, I don't know who's going to win, but it's not going to be fun for the offenses, I'm saying. It's going to be a good day for the defenses, but Saints and Bears, Rattler is facing the guy who took his fucking job. Out of all the terrible things that you could say about the Saints, you really can't say anything bad about Rattler. I mean, he's done the best he could with the situation that he's given. He's kind of exceeded expectations a little bit with just the situation that he's in. It's in Chicago. It'd be a little different if it was in New Orleans, but yeah, the Bears have won 3 straight games. And they've been last second victories for 2, but they handled the Cowboys. The Commanders, they probably should have lost. The Raiders, it was but I mean, they won. They were getting takeaways. Caleb is underrated. I don't think Caleb gets enough credit for how good he has played. It was the first 20-something games. 21. It was the first 21 games. It's the best TD interception ratio for any quarterback. But he doesn't get the credit that I think that he deserves. He's playing like a top 10 quarterback. He's very, very good. Alvin Kamara basically threatened that he was going to retire if he got traded. So I don't think that Mickey Loomis is going to trade him. Like, he basically said, like, if you trade me, I'm going to Cancun and I'm getting bombed off of pina coladas, which who the fuck would blame him? Honestly, there's something about Alvin Kamara that I don't think is said enough. He is one of the most unproblematic, loyal, and humble players in the league, and nobody talks about that because it's boring. Everyone wants to talk about the controversial guys. I just want to give a shout out to Alvin Kamara. He's unproblematic, humble, and loyal. And New Orleans loves him for that, and I just know that he would never leave New Orleans. Just shout out Alvin Kamara for that. Good on you, dude. You're a great player, also a great human being. Swift had his best game, and the defense is getting better and better every week. I really like Chicago. Look, I don't know if they're going to win the division. It's a very, very tough division, but listen, just don't count them out just yet because Ben Johnson said that they were going to be playing their best ball in December, and I believe him. I feel like when that motherfucker says something, he means it. Bears win, I think. Raiders and Chiefs. I mean, Jim Nantz and Tony Romo have this game, I don't know why. Why? Geno Smith, listen, if you gave me a dollar for every Geno Smith interception this season, I would have about $10 or 11, 10 or 11, something like that. And if you gave me a dollar for every interception that he's gonna have for the rest of the season, you might as well fucking set me up for retirement right now, because that motherfucker is just gonna keep throwing picks. He is just throwing anything. Like, he's throwing double coverage, triple coverage. He's rolling out to his left and right, just throwing lasers to the other team. Like, a part of me just feels like he's playing very free and he doesn't care if he loses the job, because he really knows that, he's not the future. I kind of feel like the Raiders were very, very, very overhyped by a lot of people. I think that it was way too, they were way too fixed on they're building a culture and Pete Carroll's there and it's different now. And it's like, no, the Pete Carroll, Geno Smith thing, I don't like it. And I didn't like it from the jump. Pete Carroll, I think his time has come to an end in the league. I think I just think that you just need to start somewhere fresh. They're both, and it's not like this matters, but they're both older. Geno and Pete, they're just old and they're just boring. And it's not judging them as a person, as a human, just as the athlete and as the coach. It's not what you want. I don't think it's what you need for the Raiders. I think you need some excitement. You need when was the last time the Raiders really they had something to be excited about, something new? I just think that that's what you need for that team. Listen, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who your QB is, who you want your QB to be next, but it can't be Geno. It just can't be Geno. I'm sorry. Yeah, all the Raiders are missing is a quarterback, really, and a number one receiver, with Jacoby Myers. If they're going to trade Jacoby, whatever, I think that you got to go out and make a splash at receiver and QB, and you're set. You got something to build off of because you got some young talent. So, as for the Chiefs, fuck them. Fuck you, Kansas City. Just why? Crashy Rice is coming back, and he's gonna hoop. He's gonna fucking go off for 2 touchdowns. He's playing the fucking Raiders. It's gonna happen. The Chiefs are gonna put up 45. I'm so over it, man. I'm just so over it. Mahomes is in the MVP race. He's the leader. I think he's the favorite. Just why? Why does this happen? Why don't they get bad luck? I really think about this sometimes. Why does the bad shit happen to us? The Niners, especially, other teams too. But why do they beat us twice in the Super Bowl and they have to mock us with their health, with their good health and their luck that they have every game? It really isn't fair, man. Life isn't fair. It is what it is. But Chiefs are going to roll them. Chiefs win. Colts, Chargers. This is the game of the week, I think, easily. Jonathan Taylor, probably the best running back in the game right now. Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones, balling still balling. Resurgence. Justin Herbert had a little bit of a scare with the Manders. They played complete shit in that game. Yeah, it wasn't a pretty sight for them, but they got back to the winning column barely. They barely beat the Dolphins. They're not necessarily explosive. They're more methodical, with McConkey and Allen. They've had QJ hit a few big plays downfield, but Herbert was he was distributing very well. He wasn't turning the ball over, and but now you're kind of seeing them kind of hit a little bit of a crisis with their identity, and it's just going to be interesting to see how they bounce back with that, because I think the Chargers are the only team in the league right now that have 3 players with at least 25 catches and 300 yards receiving. So the Colts, led by Jones, throwing to a rookie Tyler Warren, throwing to Josh Downs, throwing to Michael Pittman, running with JT behind that good O-line. They really don't have, not to say that they don't have a weakness, but they're playing just complementary sound ball. They're just feeding off of each other. Everyone's on their P's and their Q's. Every game you can see it. They're disciplined. They're a very, very great roster. They're not going to jump out at you and they don't have a Jamar Chase or a Justin Jefferson. I don't know who to pick. I want to say Colts just because they are playing they're playing the best. As a team, as a unit, I think they're playing the best out of any team right now. Giants, Broncos, and it's the beef has started. Nick Bonito called the Giants fan base delusional in a tweet that has since been deleted. This comes after Jonathan Cooper was making comments about Jackson Dart, saying that, he's feeling himself, he's dancing, he's got the chains on, can't let his ego get, going in that game. And it's nothing that we haven't seen before. That's what he said. So, look, I don't think you want to talk shit to the Broncos defense because, they can kill you if you're a quarterback. It wouldn't be fun. I wouldn't be Jackson Dart, talking shit to the Broncos defense if I was him. And I don't think he's gonna. But if there is a team that can afford to speak like this, it is Denver. So, but like I said, look, the Giants, they went out and they beat the defending champs on national television, and they beat them like pretty fucking good. So it wasn't like, a fluke win. And look, I'm not saying that, like I said, I'm not saying that the Giants are going to win. I'm just saying that they are a team that can put up a fight. So, and I kind of want to see them win, obviously, because I'm from New Jersey, and like the people were losing their shit, man, when they beat Philly. I mean, that hasn't happened in fucking how many years? How many years? When was the last time they beat Philly? I don't even know. But yeah. As for Denver, look, Denver's easily like the best defense in the league. They lead the league in sacks by like 10. Like the next closest team to them has 10 less sacks. So insanity. And it's in Denver too. So it's going to be a tough one. It should be really exciting. I'm excited for this game. I like it. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants somehow pull it out. I mean, Denver almost lost to the Jets, and that is with putting up one of the greatest defensive performances I've ever seen, and they won by 2 points. So kind of concerning a little bit. We'll see what happens. But Cowboys and Commanders. Terry McLaurin has been ruled out again, so he's not going to play. It's like the fourth game that he's not playing. And they haven't placed him on IR, so it's a little strange. But Trayvon Diggs, this is big news. Trayvon Diggs had an incident at his home, an incident at his house. I don't know what it was, but he's out. He's in concussion protocol, and he's out. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's a big blow for the Cowboys defense that's already obviously not playing great. Yeah, I think the Commanders win, even with Terry out. I think they should put up some points. I think Debo has a good game. I think McCaffrey has a good game. They got to get McCaffrey the ball more. They got to get Luke McCaffrey the ball more. I mean, he's a McCaffrey. Falcons and Niners, man, we're going to have to do what we did against the Rams. It's going to be close. Bijan and Drake London think they're going to have another good game again, especially Drake London. I think Tatum, our other linebacker, filling in for Fred. I think he's more than ready for this opportunity. That's what Shanahan said. I think it too. Secondary needs to step it the fuck up. Hopefully Malik coming back gives us a boost. I think Malik and Jair should be the starting two safeties. If we don't give up big plays and deep plays down the field, I think we can pull this out. Bucks Lions Monday night. Tampa Bay is definitely a Super Bowl contender, especially when they get Evans, Godwin, and Ibukar all on the field together. Are you shitting me? Come on, man, that's not fair. That is not fair. I mean, they're the best team in the NFC, I think, hands down. So I think in all seriousness, though, I think this week, Detroit will get them. It's going to be tough. It's in Detroit. Detroit's coming off of a tough loss. I think they're going to win this one. Seattle and Houston. I just got to say one thing. What the fuck is what is happening with these Monday Night Football games? First of all, why are there two Monday Night Football games? And why is there one at 10 o'clock? I know Seattle's on the West Coast. I get it. It's going to be 7 o'clock there, but why is it 10? It's 10 on the East Coast. It's not that I care. I'll stay up and watch the game, but it's just why? I just don't get it. Why are we doing it? It just doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. But I don't know. Houston, they're back a little bit. They look pretty solid. But this is the thing. I think Seattle. Listen, we beat Seattle week 1, but they're not the same team that they were. They're a much better team. They have an identity now. Jackson Smith-Njigba is the best receiver in the league. Sam Darnold is playing like a top 3 quarterback. I think they beat Houston soundly. I think there's no question. Seattle. I'm not saying they're going to blow them out, but I think that Seattle's going to win pretty big here. Yeah, as much as it hates to say, I'm unbiased when it comes to just because I like football in general, so I'm not going to be obviously I always want to beat our division. divisional teams. I want to win the division, and I do hate our divisional teams to an extent, but I just like good ball when I see it. So, and I like what I'm seeing with Seattle. I like what I see with JSN, the defense. Should be entertaining to watch. Different scenery. Probably gonna have to get used to this for a little bit, but it's all good. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.